if you don't know, this is what happened, right? Ralo had basically talked to somebody who accused him of telling. Ralo like, I ain't told nothing, have a conversation, dude secretly record this conversation. Ralo in his speak, in his way of talking, it don't really sound good. All right, cool. Paperwork surface. People are looking like, dang, bro, you was about to give up somebody, blah, blah, blah. Turns out Ralo tried to run a play. When the feds come back, they like, bro, this ain't real, so get your ass up out of here. Go sit it down. That's ultimately what happened. Some people say he told because of how it looked. But when you dig deeper, you look, it's actually nothing there. So I get it, paying somebody to basically take a whatever for you and all that crap. It is what it is. If you got money, you get to do whatever you want to do. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. But this is how it started, and then we'll get to the end. Because Boosie hopped on Breakfast Club and said this.
Ralo was my partner, bro. Like, I had a good respect for that dude, bro. Like,
he be on soon, though, from what I heard from what I read.
Shit, I don't know. It looked like he talking.
Which prompted your man, Ralo, to obviously had to defend himself. These days, people don't like when you defend yourself, but it is what it is. So basically, Ralo came up, defended himself. You always going on the internet and interviews gossiping about people. That stuff lame. You don't know nothing about me, rapping ass nigga. If I told, I'd be cocky enough to say I did, and every B still would have sucked my D. I ain't trying to save face for none of you lames. Ralo ain't told on nobody. They do some back and forth, blah, blah, blah. You know what you did, nigga. And it's eating you up inside. SMH, it's never gonna leave you, nigga. The real, know you a rat, it's official. Take your lick and tell the real, nigga. You sorry like you told your co-defendant. You was sorry. What you think Scuba say about what you did, nigga? Ask yourself that question. Ralo Famgoon, you being straight with money before you met me has nothing to do with what you have done. Every real street nigga know what's up. Like I told you in our text, you can run that stuff on someone else, LOL. And you the one, a lame ass nigga cooperating when your nigga being solid. What you sorry for? You let us down and it hurts. Well, and it's hurting you inside. Blah and all this crap and everything. And then next thing you know, they meet at Rich Homie Quan's funeral, and the intentions are heated into a head and all this stuff. And Ralo basically like, bruh, y'all keep on running around saying I told. Here's my paperwork, bruh. Like, you can't do that. You done been to the pen. You done been to these places. You done been in these spaces. And Boosie basically knew he was wrong because Boosie should have been like, what he said, they said this, they said that, but we'll figure it out. He gonna have to have a paperwork party when he get home. That's all Boosie had to say and had to do when it ultimately came down to it, but Boosie did not, for whatever reason. All right, cool. Now, years on down the line, still curious. Ralo does an interview with Sean Cotton, and basically, the question that gets asked, what happened when y'all had a meeting? Take it out.
I ain't gonna say no lines. Yeah, it went good at first. It worked itself out. It worked itself out.
Boosie, he wasn't trying to hear you out or something?
I wouldn't say that. It's just, you got around that want to look all tough and they ready to die. And we ready to kill. And we ready to die too. And I hope they're ready to kill. So it went like that for the first couple minutes. And cause I wasn't finna leave. Hell no, I wasn't finna leave. Hell no. We're gonna have to work this out.
Were you asked to leave in the beginning?
No, I wasn't no motherfucker asked to leave. When we got done handling the business and we shook hands like men, then I left. We finna get to the bottom of this shit. Like, we ain't finna keep doing this, man. You know what I'm trying to tell you, bro? Sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
All right. So there you have it. That right there prompted Boosie to turn around and obviously had to respond, which I get it because he did this. Man, come on, Ralo. If you gonna tell it, tell the truth. Only people who was there know what we talked about and how it went down. The world do not need to know what we talked about. That ain't gonna help you. Let it go, nigga. We agree we wasn't doing this internet shit no more. And here we go. Ralo ain't gonna let that slide, so Ralo gotta say something too. Take a look. The man only asked me how I pull up on you. You know how I pushed up on you, act like I slapped the shit out of you, my boy. I haven't told one lie, nor did I put one piece of dirt on your name since we sat down. I gave you my word, and I'ma stand on that. At least let the effing full interview drop before you get back on this thing crying again. Congrats for the new baby, and I hope everything you built for the family remains during your hardship. I'm gonna pray for you. Now to the question. Who's in the right and who is in the wrong? Well, I'm going to be fair. Ralo's in the wrong. And I know y'all like, what? Nah, hold on, Ceddy Nash. You and Ralo cool. Yeah, but being cool with me comes with an extra layer of criticism. It just does. If I was cool with Boosie, then I would have been like Boosie wrong. But let me tell you why. And I don't mean like Ralo foul wrong. I'm saying Ralo took the wrong approach. Ralo know good and dang well, and we all do in this stupid industry that we in. It's not about you looking powerful. It's not about you looking smarter. It's not about you looking better. It's not about you being more craftier. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about trying to hype this cat up right here so that they don't feel some type of way because you would too. Prime example. Let's say they were basketball players, right? And Ralo basically was a person who was coming out of retirement. And Boosie said, yeah, man, I don't know if he still got it, man. I don't know if he still got it, bro. They saying he ain't got it from what I heard. And Ralo say, well, check it out, homie. Listen, I still got it. Let me show you real quick on that basketball court. And Boosie basically like, man, I ain't trying to see all that right now. Then you got to go get that straight with the people on your team you coming back home to. So then we meet basically in an exhibition, but we ain't really balling against each other. But we got the chance to ball against each other, and then we leave it at that. The basketball analogy is used for this point right here. When that story is retold, you don't want to be like, yeah, bro, I showed him that I still got it. And he ain't got it. It's how they going to take it when you don't hype up the other person. So it's like, bro, we just had an exhibition match. We just played. And I ain't going to lie. I look great. Now I did all this stuff and everything. All right. So y'all just had an exhibition match. Y'all just played. Now, you hyping yourself up so much that it's actually making your opponent look weaker. And that's how these rappers operate. Ralo knows this. Ralo knows this. He knows this 100%. But in the midst of making sure you don't look weak, unfortunately, that's what happens. The best course of action would have been one of two things. Now, we met. His people was cool. My people was cool. We hashed it out like men. We got over it. That's that. Or, dramatis persona. Yeah, I had my people. They was ready to go. He had his people was ready to go. But it was tense. Nobody was budging. But somehow, we overcame that. That's that. Unfortunately, Boosie don't get that part. And I don't even think he read I don't think he listened to the interview. But Nash, why are you saying this and saying that? If you said Boosie didn't freaking watch the interview, because when you post it, when people post things and people say things, you have to give these interviewers nothing to be able to twist and to be able to spin. So that's the unfortunate part. And that's where I feel as though in my mind when I sit back and I look at it all, where Ralo is in the wrong. Is he technically wrong? No. But aesthetically and auditory wise, yeah, because you can't leave it up to the people to figure it out, unfortunately. In this day and age, you have to have an answer for every single side, and if you don't, they ain't gonna draw whatever conclusions. But is Boosie wrong? Hell yeah, he wrong. Because Boosie, all you have to do is watch the damn interview. You ain't getting disrespected. But Ralo made it seem like, and this is where it's kind of like, where I kind of get Boosie. Like, he on some apex predator type stuff, and he hunted you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's just, sometimes we hype ourselves up, and that stuff right there gets lost in the sauce, if you will. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Boosie in the wrong. If he is, y'all, let me know. Subscribe, turn that bell, stay notified. I'll catch you on that next one. Reloaded.